Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Here I am fine. Again, in front of you with a new lesson. So, children, we have to start a new lesson that is sound. Today, we'll go with first part of the lesson. So, please be attentive and listen the lesson. In this lesson, we find all activities only. Carefully listen, understand. If you don't understand, rewatch the video again and complete the assignment. So when you hear the word sound, what comes to your mind, children? Oh, a variety of things like music, school bell, traffic. Okay, noise, your teacher's voice also comes. Okay, not only this, many things you get in the mind. Okay, objects that produce sound are called sources of sound because we can hear and produce sounds. Our most fundamental means of communication is through sound only. Okay, so listen carefully the lesson and understand it. Children, carefully observe the picture for a few seconds. I'm going to ask question. You will not tell. It's the reason I only will give the answers. Okay. Name three things that produce a sound in this picture. One is a musical instrument. Dog is also there. And the human beings who are speaking. Okay. Do they produce the same type of sound? No. Musical instruments produce different type of sounds. Human beings different sounds. Okay, as well as a dog make a different sound. Can you recognize the people you know by hearing their voice? Yes or no? Yes, because in the phone when and from an unknown number a friend of you calls, then also you recognize, na? Yes. Are sounds always pleasant to your ears? Sometimes it is pleasant, sometimes it is not pleasant. So I hope you understood this activity. So throughout the day, we constantly exposed to different sounds. Like for example, the people talking, the pictures related to that. One more example is bird chirping, the sounds of autos, motorbikes, buses, lorries, tractors is all on the road when we go. And the music from the loudspeakers during festivals. Sometimes we get sound from TV. Sometimes we feel it is interesting. If you like the program in the TV, if your father kept news in that, you don't like that time, you will not like, you get irritation for that sound. Okay, okay, we are always surrounded by sound. It is almost omnipresent. I hope you know what is omnipresent. Sound plays an important role in our lives, so it helps us to easily communicate with each other. Already I told this point. So without communication, you cannot be in the society. So when you come to school, you communicate with your friends. Unless and until you communicate with your teacher, you cannot get the things done. So even though we are in online, if you have any problem, you can communicate with your teachers. Okay. So actually, in this lesson, we get the answers for few questions like how are the sounds produced, how the sound travel from one place to other place, or be able to hear all the sounds in nature. So for these all questions, we are going to get the answers. Okay, listen carefully. So first one is production of sound. This is an activity, children. Listening to the sound and predicting its source. That means, so here I cannot make any sounds. When I'm in the class, I used to make sounds and you all children used to identify when this lesson is going on. Here, just I am giving a sound heard and from where we get the sound. Already I told that objects that produce a sound are called sources of sound. So, listen one after the other. Feeble barking, that is a source of sound from dog from some distance. So, bell ringing, bell in the school. Tick tock, from a wall clock or any other clock. Tring tring. This tring tring, phone in my house. Now you don't get the ringtone as a tring tring. You get a different ringtones, maybe a songs or whatever you keep in your mobile phones. This is old type of phones we used to have. There, tring tring we used to get. So that is phone in my house. That is landline, children. Gala gala. A few stones rattling in a metal box. If you keep a stones in a box and disturb the box, you get different type of sound. That is called gala gala. Or your coins also, if you keep in a box and do the sound. And here box means you can take whatever the box, not only in the house. If you are doing this activity in the school, your compass box that you keep some objects and you make sound, you can get it. Now Ela. Ela is nothing but your whistling sound. A student had produced the sound from his her mouth. So this also in the class means we used to do the activities. Okay, you can do this activity and hear the different type of sounds. And from various sources we listen different types of sounds. So children identification of different sound activity, identifying different sounds. Here we are allowing a boy in the classroom. This is done in the classroom. We can do in the classroom also, but I'm not able to do now. So we have to send one boy to the board and ask him to face towards the board. And behind in the classroom, so from each student, one activity we can do. So now he will identify one after the other. So you make a sound like a gala gala, and he listen the sound and he will tell a few stones rattling in a metal box, and you can whistle. So a student has produced the sound from his or her mouth. He will recognize. So when you make a tapa tapa sound, then he will tell someone is striking on the table with the scale. Next, when he listen the sound of taka taka, someone is stumping the ground with shoes, he'll tell. And you make a daba daba, that means knocking the door, he will identify. When you all together laugh, paka paka, then he will tell, or one girl or one boy, if he or she laughs, he will identify that someone is laughing. So these are the activities we used to do when we are in the class. Okay, but I am not able to do. So I hope these are the sounds you can recognize. Okay, now how does the student at the blackboard guess the source of sound without actually seeing the source? Because the variations in the sound received by the student. Okay, now we can come across many different sources of sound in our daily life. So like that you can listen those sounds and try to identify the source of sound, how they are produced. Okay, let's listen carefully, children. How do objects produce sound? So when we vibrate the objects, they produce sound. What happens when objects made up of metals are hit by a hammer or fall down from a height on a concrete floor? When objects made up of metals are hit by a hammer from a height, they produce sound. How does a flute or a whistle produce sound? Vibrations of air column produces sound in a flute or a whistle. What would you feel if you touch a body while it is producing sound? When we touch a body while it is producing sound, it's vibration. We feel like vibration. So on the whole, different sources we listen sound, but through different ways, the sound is produced in those different sources of sound what we are listening. So this is one of the activity. Okay, children, please listen and understand carefully. So here we have to do the activity in such a way that you Take a bell from your puja room in your house, okay? Ring the bell and listen to the sound carefully, okay? Now hold the bell tightly with your hand as it is shown in the picture. What happens? Do you hear sound from the bell? The sound listen will be very slow. Is there any change in the sound produced in the two situations? In the second case, the sound is low. So, how do you feel when you touch the ringing bell? What happens here? The hand vibrates. So, remove your hand and ring it again. Do you hear a different sound here? Just listen. As the vibrations are transmitted to the hand, the bell is not properly vibrating. It produces a feeble sound. Once the hand is removed, the bell rings properly and the sound becomes louder and different. So, children, you can do this activity in your house also. So, different situations you can use a bell to listen different sounds. So this is one of the other activity. What you have to do is fix a rubber band tightly on an empty matchbox. So plug the rubber band and keep it close to your ear. So what you have to do here, you have to hear any sound. Do you feel any vibrations in your hands or not? You have to observe here. So you can hear the sound and the vibrations are also felt if you do this activity. Okay, this is also you can do in your house, children. This is a simple activity. So blow air into the papers of your notebook, what it is shown in the picture. So what happens here? Does the action produce any sound? Do you feel any vibrations in the notebook? So here what happens here? A sound is produced. We can feel vibrations. Okay. When we are blowing air into the papers. This is one of the activity which we can understand that vibrating body produces sound. So this is one of the activities, striking the rim of a plate with a spoon. Okay, how and what to do is fill a plate with with water and let the water settle. Strike the rim of the plate with a spoon, as shown in the picture. So what do you observe here? What do you hear? Where, where do you find vibrations in this case? So we can hear a sound. The vibrations are produced in a plate. Not, that means in the water. Okay, so this also you can do in your house children activity. So this is the activity related to sound produced by a vibrating hacksaw blade. Hacksaw blade means where we use carpenters will use children. So like a blade with sawtooth teeth. Okay, this is used by a carpenter. So what we have to do? Put a hacksaw blade in between a table and a brick. Okay, and press it and leave it. You have to disturb it. So what happens? Does in this case also sound produce? And what is the state of AXA blade while it is producing sound? Okay. So in this also a sound is produced and the state of a blade is it vibrates. Okay. This activity with your metal scale also we can do. We used to do in the classroom with a metal scale on the teacher's table. Okay. I'm missing all this. So up to now we have observed that objects vibrate while they are producing sound. So we can feel the vibrations if you touch the objects. We are able to observe the vibrations of a plate and papers of a book. And we also have observed the vibrations of Aksa blade. So then we can conclude that the sound, what we are listening, is on the whole that vibrating bodies produce sound. But some instruments are there which produce sound, though we cannot see any vibrations in the particular instruments like a flute and clarinet. How do they produce sound? They produce sound due to vibrations of air column. Is it possible to produce sound without any vibrations? No, it is not possible to produce sound without any vibrations. This is a clarinet, children. So you have to think, does every vibrating body produce sound? Yes, every vibrating body produces sound. So on the whole, we have to remember all these activities what we have listened. All the vibrating bodies produce sound. Okay. If any bodies produce sound means when you feel or touch those objects, you can feel the vibrations. Okay. So you have to remember all the vibrating bodies produce sound. With the many examples we have seen. Now the last one for today's class is sound has energy. So what we have to do, take a plastic bottle and a cell phone, cut the top of a bottle so that it looks like a glass, children. Place songs on the mobile phone in a high volume and place this mobile in the bottle and close the mouth of a bottle with a balloon using a rubber band as which is shown in the picture so that it covers the bottle. Okay, and stretch it tightly so as to behave like a diaphragm. Diaphragm means imagine your drum or a tabla or a congo type. Okay, the layer where you tap and make sound. Okay, place some sugar crystals or a small size of sand particles, or you can use a thermocol balls also. Okay, on the diaphragm and observe the movement of the particles. So you have to do this in different ways. How? Without any cell phone, once you do this activity, what happens here? Whatever the sand particles are on the diaphragm outer layer remains stationary. When the cell phone plays songs inside the bottle, the diaphragm vibrates, which can see through the dancing of these sand particles. Okay, the sound produced by the cell phone inside the bottle is responsible for these vibrations. So I can conclude that sound has the energy to make the sand particles or sugar particles on the diaphragm to move. So on the whole, we can decide the sound produced by cell phone inside the bottle is responsible for these vibrations. So these vibrations made the diaphragm to vibrate. So as the diaphragm is vibrating, the particles or whatever the sand particles or sugar crystals or the thermocol balls which is laid on the diaphragm make these particles to bounce. Means like a dancing. So the sound has energy to make sand particles or the thermocol balls or whatever sugar particles vibrate on the diaphragm. Okay, and this activity also we used to do in the class, children. Okay, you can do the same activity if you have a drum and place a thermocol balls on that and um, disturb the diaphragm of the drum. You can find the same movement of these particles. Okay, by this I can conclude that sound has energy. Now we have learned that vibrating bodies produce sound. Now the next one is sound has energy. So in today's class we have learned a new lesson, a sound and mostly activities we have learned. Actually this lesson is mostly activities, children. You have to listen carefully and understand. Okay. So with this, I'll wind up today's class. I'll meet you again on the next online video. Thank you, children. Please be sincere in completing the work, children. Don't neglect your studies.